Hi, welcome to Coder in Me, and we are continuing the topic of LWC. Yesterday we have talked, in the last video we have talked about you can say what is Lightning Web Component, and how we can use it, how we are going to use it in Salesforce, how it looks like, how what exactly we have to do when we are working on that, like how to set up VS Code, and after the VS Code how to deploy it, how to fetch the data from there, and and how to add it into the tab, how to how to show it onto the home page or something like that. So we have see something like that, and we have seen these things in our last video. In this video we are going to talk about this basics. Without that, you are not going to achieve all the things, all the functionalities of LWC. So we will talk about the basic things about LWC. In this topic we will talk about the variables and decorator that we are going to use in LWC. Then we will talk about that what is the import and export in JS file, and the third one, that how we are going to use variables in JS and also in HTML file. Okay, and after that we will talk about this what is the how to take input and how we are going to update it and all that. Okay, how we're going to manage it. Okay, regarding this we will also talk about you can say that we will also talk about that what is exactly the basic things. Okay, so every component, whenever you try to create the things, you see these three files, right? So first is HTML file, the second is JS file. HTML is basically UI, right? And UI, we are going to use this template, right? So this is template, and in the template, under the template we write everything. Okay, so this is HTML file that will give you like UI, that is, you can say view of MVC, right? The second is JS. In this we write the business logic. So everything that we are handling it, we this JS is going to tell the system that how HTML is going to work, right? So this JS will help to understand the HTML. Okay, the third one is Lightning component bundle. So in this component bundle, what we do, we this is a metadata, this is data about the this component, this is the detail about this component. So in which we are talking about this, what is the version, this is published or not, or something like that. And also you can see this example here, we can see, right? So that what is the version, this is the label or description about this component. Also what is the target, where this component can be visible, right? In which object, if we are going to use as a record page, in which objects it is going to use, which variables we are going to use, or something like that. Okay, so these are the things that we can use in the Lightning component bundle, and it will show you the exactly it will work on that. So this is the metadata detail of this. Okay, so now if we are going to see in this HTML, everything start with template. Under the template we are going to use. Okay, we have some directives. The directive is something that is that will manipulate the HTML or UI, you can say, that will manipulate the HTML and UI. We are going to use if through, we are going to use for each also, and that will give us like the manipulation of UI. Okay, the third one, we will talk about this binding, right? So how to bind the variables. And after that, if we will have some time, we'll also talk about the compositions, that under one component can we write the second component or not. Okay, so let's take an example. Here you can see this is template, and I'm using SLDS, right? Salesforce Lightning design system. So yeah, we can use Lightning design system, that will give us Lightning UI or something like that. So we can use also that. So this is Lightning card I'm using, nothing else. I'm just writing welcome to Coder Me. Now these are the variables that we are going to talk about. So you can talk the variables, or you can say also like properties. Okay, so every variables we can directly use here. Okay, and in the JS, you can see, in the JS you will always find two things. The first thing is that import command here, and the second is export. Import is basically a module we are taking. LWC is a module, we are taking these variables. Lightning element will give you all the SLDS element, right? And also you can say the variables, right? Okay, and then we are also taking API and track. This is, I will tell you later. And in export is that we are going to export, that we are going to make it public. Other module can use it, other this HTML can use it. So anything that is here you can see here. Okay, and now you should consider some things. The naming should be like camel case. Okay, so the small and then capital, you can see, right? So naming should be, the component name should be like camel case. Here you will always find it is in capital, so it is automatically capital, so you should don't worry about that. So every first letter is capital of every word. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now you can see I name a variable that is first name, and this is API first name coder in me, right? Can you see directly? So this is something that we are talking. So this is a variable name, and I put it the decorator. So there is, normally there was three variables like API, wire, and track. So there were three variables. Okay, let me zoom it for me, and if you can not see, let me know. Okay, 1 second. So here you can see the three types. The one was API, or the second was wire, and the third was track. So there were three type of decorator that was using. Now we are use only API and track. So API is a public decoration, so it will tell you this is publicly available, and you know it can render also, it can re-render also. So you know anytime it will change, the value will be automatically changed here. Okay, that is first thing. The second is track. Track will be used like is a private, it is only available here, and you know in the system, or you can say in this component only, and you know it is also traceable. So what I'm saying traceable means active. We can, you know, you can change the value and it will be binded. Okay, so this is the variable name. So suppose if you want to use this variable name, what we can do, we can just put the name here, right? So we can just put the name here. How we can put the name? So we will use welcome to this. Okay, so I will just write this welcome to first name. Okay, now let me just comment it for now. So this is, let me save it and just deploy it. Okay, so we can see here so you can see here welcome to code and me is here. Let me just, now it's already deployed, so I can say now welcome to code and me is automated here. So you can see this code and me was not in here, it was, you know, it is, but in the first name you can see here, right? So automatically it was available there. Okay, so this was something that I was going to you know, I was telling you that this is something that is a variable, and you just put the value and automatically it is available to us, right? Okay, now the second thing is very much very good, very easy to understand that. Okay, what you can do, you can just, you know, suppose we can use property, we want to use this property, right, this value. So how to handle this property? Suppose we are using something like that, we are using this variable and we want to handle it. Okay, so this is the variable value name. Okay, and we want to make changes, or we want to take the value. So what we can do, because this is a property, this, so we can use as a method here, right? So we will make the method, you can see, just let me just comment every other things, don't worry about it. Okay, so let me just comment every other thing, like you don't have to worry about that, what is exactly it is, there are multiple codes or something like that. Okay, so now you can see here that name is a variable, also the one variable name is there. Now this is the method val name, so this is same property. So anytime we are using it, and the value when it is written here, right, it will be automatically give you the value. So I'm just using the getter of this method, so this method will give me the value, right? So this is actually the small thing, nothing is there, nothing, the value is there automatically, we can use it here. You can see, so what I am doing, I will just remove this, I will use val name. Okay, and this val name, you can see val name will, what it will do, it will just combine the first name and last name, right? So you can see it will give in me encoder, right? So let's hope it will give. Then I'm trimming it and then I'm making it to uppercase. So I'm just using the normal, you can say normal JavaScript method. Okay, normal JavaScript methods and variables. Right now, if I'm going to refresh it, you can say welcome to InMe Coder is automatically available, right? So this means that anytime we want to use some variables, so we can use we will just use as a getter, and this getter will give you the value. Exactly. So under this we can make a method, we can make anything like that. So this is very good thing that like we can learn. Okay, the second thing I'm going to tell you here, that suppose I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm going to take some input. I want to use some input, right? So hello name and name, and for input what I will do, I will just use this variable. This is simple, this is very easy, nothing to worry about, right? We already know already these things, right? So what I did here, you can see, sorry, yeah, okay. So here you can see this is input, right? And this input type, you can see type text, value is name, and handle, we are putting the value. So there is something, these you can say input type, this is very simple, value is the value, like the variable name, and when we will take some input, it will automatically call this method. Okay, so I'm just telling you, you can see the type is text, value is name, handle input. So we will see this method here. I will write a method, right? And this method, because it is working on input, so this has some event, and we can handle the event. How we can handle the event? Event is always handled by, so now we will put the value in this dot name is equal to event dot target dot value, right? So when I will do that, what it will do is will do like this dot name. So now because we are inputting the value right here, so anything that is here, it will be automatically assigned to name, right? So that is one very different thing that you can see here. In our normal, in our in VF page, it was automatically binded. So whatever you were putting, it was automatically binded, because we were using apex tag, right? Or we were using anything else tag, apex tag. Here we are using normal input tag, we are not using anything else, right? So this is simple HTML tag, so this will not be binded. So how we can bind? We can just check the we can put the on input, on click or something like that, and we are calling the method in this method, because event is working. So on the event, the value will be assigned by this method. Okay, so let's check this is working or not. I guess it should, otherwise we will I think now we should put the value as, we should put the decorator. So let's check without decorator is working or not, otherwise we will take the value, we will put the, so here hello coder is automatically there. I will put the value coder. So now you can see the value is automatically changing, and everywhere you can see that it is binding, right? So welcome name save, I'm putting. So you can see here the when I'm changing the value, automatically it is changing everywhere, right? Okay, why it's changing here? It's changing because of, you can see it's changing here, this is good, but it's changing also here. This is because of we are everywhere we are using this get. So this get, because the value is changing, so that's why referencing is changing, reference is changing. If suppose I am commenting it now, what will happen? I just comment it here, right? Now what will happen? Let's see. Because name variable is same, so that's why value will not be changed. Okay, let's see. So coder is here, I'm changing it, nothing changed, not here, not here, right? So without the event, it will not be changed, you can see. Okay, so this is the first thing that you can see. You can handle, how you can handle the input, how you can handle value, how you can handle the handle some things that you can directly understand. Okay, let's see one more thing, and that is very easy. We will take lightning. Okay, we'll take lightning input type is equal to checkbox. Okay, and then value is equal to we don't need name is equal to, maybe we will need something, name check, and then on click I'm calling a method. Okay, and you can see on click I will just show new 10. You will see something like that. Okay, so I'm trying to see something different here. What I will do, I will create a div. In div, what I will do, I will use if true checked. Okay, it's displayed. Let's check how it's displayed. Okay, so here first of all we will make this method event. Okay, and we will check that if event dot target dot, because it's checked, so we will check the checked function. Checked event dot target dot checked is equal to true. So what we will do, we will make a variable here, API variable name is, what's the variable name, checked box. So this is a variable name, so I will just use it here, false. Okay, so now I will put it true, else false. Okay, so what I'm doing here, you can see I'm just that whenever this checkbox will checked, it should display it. Okay, so and this is this is just rendering, or if the value is true, automatically it will be displayed, otherwise no. Let's check if there is any difference. I will tell you, I will show you like that, but I'm just right now I'm just showing you small things, a small scale. Okay, so first thing first. Okay, so this is value that is already working, we can say, right? Okay, now this checkbox we checked, checkbox is not defined. Okay, let's check. I think the value, there is something difference. Oh, okay, value is not there. 1 second. Okay, so we're just checking it. This is checkbox, this is check value, and this is here we are putting it. So something is different, something I did just wrong. I will just check it and just let you know. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so here, okay, I did one thing. This is just without this like local or global variable, automatically there is this problem. So let's hope now it will work. Okay, so this is JavaScript issue. I will tell you more about this, what happened without this and what happened with this. So let's hope it is working. Okay, 1 second. Oh yeah, so it's working. Okay, so you can see here that when I click the checkbox, the DOM changing, that this is rendered, right? And when I'm just removing it, it's not changing. So the problem was that I have not used this. So because when we are talking about this. So it's supposed to tell us that okay, this is not a local variable or something like that. So now we are using this, so it is automatically checkbox is true or false, like that. So that thing that we were talking, that we can auto handle this also, right? So now how we can handle, I'm saying it's blank, right? So I'm changing, and here it's not only true, it's also false, right? So now you can see that when it will be false, it will be show, and when it is true, it will show. Okay, so this is something that like this is very new that we can use it here. Okay, and this will not only work on div, it will also work in template. It will also work in template also, so we don't have to worry about that. It will also work in template. Okay, so these are the new things that we can handle. We can clear, we can see that okay, this is like you can see, okay, it is blank right now. When I change, it's displayed, right? So this is something that is very new, that is in also in Lightning components, right? Now suppose we want to iterate something, right? So in VF page it was like in Aura there was multiple things that we were using, like we can use the table and everything. In VF page we can use like apex table, apex repeat. So we can use these things also, and similar to this we can use this for each. Okay, and I will tell you this for each, about this for each. Okay, here and here now you can see we can use this for loop in these cases. Here you can see one thing, that what I'm doing, I'm using template and this for each, right? And in this is the list of contacts, and it is in JSON format, and this is the item. So this is basically saying you that I is equal to like contact, or we can say I, right? We can say I, we can say cont, so CONT, contacts, right? So this is something like that, and this is like this is working like that. So whenever we are taking this for loop, this is a variable name, like every key, so contact of single contact of contacts, and this is it will use a key, and after that we can use a variable like that. So this will give us a list of contacts. Here what is in the context? So in this context I'm thinking that it should be ID, name, and title. Let's see what is in the contacts. So here the contact is not there, right? So we will add contacts. Okay, get contacts, and how we can put it, how we can put the value, like this will be something like ID, comma, name, comma, title, right? So this is something like that, so we can use it. So I'm just putting the values, right, and I'm just adding the values here. Okay, so let's hope that this is contacts that we were working on, and this is the JS that we were talking. Okay, so now let's see that it's working or not. So like we can create the JSON, and it will automatically display here if the name. Okay, so it can be a problem, name, title, I, all should be capital, ID, N, T, I, N, let's check that maybe it should work. Okay. So now when we can see the value. So we can say that okay, it is not very visible, so there is something that is the value is not there, or we can say that okay, the value is not there or something like that. So there is some issue. Okay, so but we can see one thing, we can say one thing, that if like I think I have already there, we can say I have already the context, so you don't have to worry about that. Let me show. I think we have already. Where is the page? The page is here. On this page, I think the value are given. Let's check. So we can use the contact also, we can use the contact variable also, and we can use this JS also. So let me just check. I have I think I have already contacts, and the values are already here, so we will just check it. Just give me 1 second. So you can see the IDs are there, name are there, and all every values are there. So these values are automatically like values are assigned here, and we can see we can use these values. Okay, and how we can use. Okay, so when I'm just going to save it. Okay, so there is something, I think there is an issue. In JS, I think. Okay, in JS we will also check. Okay. So you can see the emitter, JSON, and this is in the list, this is followed. Okay, so only the problem was that okay, the JSON was not okay in my report. So here you can see that this is JSON, ID, name, title is there with comma, and everything is there, right? So I just forgot to tell you, I was putting the value in incorrect way. Otherwise the everything was there. This is contact, so we use the contact value, and we can use as an iterator here, right? So for each we can use the for each also. Similar to this, what we can do, we can also use iterator. Not only for each, we can also use iterator. Here you can see we can also use iterator, and in this iterator we can use like as in this, right? So we can use also iterator. I will tell you more about this later. Okay. Other than that, what we can do, we can like I will also more about tell you, like we can, this is binding that I was talking about. Okay, now the last thing that in this video I am going to talk you about, that how we can connect it to the Salesforce. Like we want to connect something like in our Salesforce, or we want to connect something like that. So suppose if I am going to use this method, okay, here in this JS, what I will do, I will just use this method. Okay, and here, so this is Salesforce, this is class name of Salesforce, so this is Apex controller, and this is the method of the Apex, right? And here you can see and you can here you can see like this is the method name. Okay, so whenever I am going to, I need this class, what I will do, I will just use this method. Okay, and I'm going to use this method directly. There is nothing to worry, I'm just going to use it. Okay, so suppose I need this class, so this is it. You can see, so in this contact list we have every value. We don't need to worry about that, we have already this. So what I need, I just use contact list, and this is in the contact. Okay, so we don't need to worry anything, we don't need to so automatically this is the class. In this class, whatever the method is there, right, and this method will give me the some list or something, right, and that will be automatically assigned this to this variable, contact variable. Okay, so this is how we can connect with the Salesforce. Okay, let's check if it's working or not. There is something intermittent string constant. Right, so this is just sample comma variable or something like that, otherwise there were no issue. So now we can see that if we want to use this, right, so we can just make it more easy, more variable, more easily friendly or something like that. Normally now wire is not, wire we are not using normally wire, and so we can use API or something like that. That will work, I think, much. Okay. So this is just like we can connect, how we can connect. So this is just like we are talking about this. So I will tell you like how we can connect with this, how we can get the list, how we are going to display, how we are going to connect with Salesforce, everything. But normally I'm just I'm telling you that how we can connect it here or something like that. Okay, now last thing in this video that I am going to tell you here, and that is somehow easy, not so much hard for you, but yeah, still. So this is this is the, I'm going to tell you here, this is a simple contact list that we are here talking about. So in this contact list, what I'm showing you, this is just I'm showing you what exactly it is. So let's see here, this is contact list. So this is lightning component, and this is every data is coming from the Salesforce, and this is editable, right? So whenever if you are changing some value, right, and the button is visible, when you will click in, you will save it, it will be saved, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so this is something that I'm talking about. So these type of things we can do. So in the next video I will show you that how to how to connect with Salesforce, how to connect with the works and all that. But here I told you that like how to work with some variables and everything. There is the one very good thing, if you are already a Aura component user, then you don't have to worry. Otherwise, if you are only classic user, then you have to worry about that in most of the cases you need to take care about the a character, that it can be like case sensitive, it is very